Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Mercury Retrograde in Libra twin flame reading for my dearest Leos. So Mercury is retrograding in Libra and it has us going over old ground and rediscovering things on a different level. We're going to look at how we do relationships, our habits when we're trying to build intimacy, and most of all, how to process emotions and make healthy adjustments within our love lives, our regular lives, and on this twin flame journey. All right, Leos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read your energy, the Divine Feminine's energy on the left and the Divine Masculine on the right. And then we're going to see what's going on between you guys right down the middle. So with the Divine Feminine, we have meeting. So many of you guys, you have met your Divine Masculine. Some of you guys, you are... the Divine Feminine is beginning a relationship with her Divine Masculine. I feel like both of you are very happy, very excited. Or there could be a new beginning for you guys, but I feel like this is a newer connection, that you've just recently figured out who your twin is. Okay, but what's going on between you guys is some shadows, okay, which is natural in the twin flame journey that we're triggered to take a look at, you know, anything that needs to come to the surface, past hurts or disappointments, and we see off course, okay? So some of you, there may have been sort of a fresh start and then a stop in this relationship, okay, that some shadow work needed to be done or that pulled you guys off course. Okay, but I do see you guys getting back on track. So it may be with this Mercury retrograde in Libra. There may be sort of this coming together, or you decide to meet and talk. For some of you, it may be a bit of a reconciliation. But what's been holding you guys back or apart, whether you know who this person is or not, is this shadow work. There's some sort of, I'm hearing ego energy, some 3D energy, ego energy, that needed to be dealt with before you guys could come together or come back together. All right, so what the Divine Feminine may be thinking or feeling, the Magician in reverse. Some of you are feeling that this Mercury retrograde is definitely going to bring this person back into your life, or maybe you've started dreaming about your Divine Masculine. This is Virgo and Gemini energy. The Divine Feminine may also sort of be doubting whether or not she can trust her Divine Masculine. Because whatever has sort of thrown this connection off course, there's a little bit of doubt, whether of sincerity or, you know, questioning whether or not I'm being manipulated, or, you know, is this really happening? Has this really unfolded this way? How she's viewing the Divine Masculine as her twin. So my Divine Feminines out there, you know your Divine Masculine, you know who it is. But you might not be trusting the process or trusting them right now. Now, it is possible that there was some sort of karmic third party that has come between you guys, but you're seeing that the Divine Masculine needs to do this shadow work, isn't stable at this point in time, has put distance between you guys, whether that's emotional or physical, okay? So you're seeing your Divine Masculine as a little bit unstable, but I also feel that you're manifesting this because there's some sort of clarity that you want or need from the Divine Masculine, because I feel like you guys met and things were beautiful, and then there was this running phase, or there was this separation, but Spirit's saying that needed to happen for the shadow work to happen, to take place, to be brought to the surface. What the Divine Feminine doesn't see coming, the Seven of Wands in reverse. I do feel like there's going to be some sort of victory. The Divine Masculine may be letting down his defenses. And remember, I'm not talking gender here. It's energy that I'm reading, it's not gender specific. The Seven of Wands in reverse. So I feel like the Divine Masculine may be reaching out if he's been guarded or has pushed the Divine Feminine away. That sort of led her to think, like, what's going on here? Is there somebody else? Or can I trust the Divine Masculine? That there's going to be some sort of victory, some sort of message, some sort of recognition. And the Eight of Cups, final outcome energy or advice. Interesting, walking away. I don't know, I don't feel that the Divine Feminine is necessarily walking away from this connection, although it may be. Okay, she may be realizing that for her highest and greatest good that she needs to work on herself and move away from the Divine Masculine until, you know, until he's done this work, until he comes into alignment. But for others of you, this Eight of Cups is, I feel like the Divine Masculine may be leaving behind a karmic third party. And that's what, you know, you're leaving behind the past or what was holding you back, insecurities or confusion. Let's see what's going on with the Divine Masculine. So the Lovers in reverse. So it's possible there is or there was some sort of karmic third party here, Leo. We have strong Gemini energy coming through. The Divine Masculine may have chosen somebody else or a different path. But I also feel that he's coming into this understanding that he's separate from his other half, from his Divine Feminine. And I think that's a huge wake-up call. How he's viewing the Divine Feminine. Yep, he's viewing the Divine Feminine. He's seeing things very clearly. Where he may not have recognized or understood who she was in the past, he is seeing that now. And that maybe because he went off course, maybe with a karmic third party, or just he needed to be on his own, or he put precedence on someone or something else. And so he's lost this connection. He may see her as sort of having given up on this connection, or, you know, moving away, walking away, but that's triggered something within him. It's activated this cord. He's seeing through fears and illusions. And if he's with somebody else, he's seeing that that person he's with isn't the person for him. What he doesn't see coming, the Empress energy, Taurus and Libra, yeah, his Divine Feminine. I feel like it's possible that you guys may run into each other. It's possible there may be some sort of message, or the Divine Feminine could be just showing up in his dreams or in meditative states. But he's seeing very clearly his Divine Feminine. And I feel like there's some regret and remorse about having chosen somebody else or taken a different path. And the final outcome energy and advice is the Queen of Wands. I do pick up on strong karmic third party energy here around the Divine Masculine. There's regret about not trusting his intuition, maybe moving in a new direction because of lust or ego. I was picking up on that really strong in the beginning of this reading, that he let his ego get in the way. He didn't trust his intuition, and now he's seeing very clearly what he's lost or who his true Divine Feminine is, and maybe if he's with somebody that's not the person he's supposed to be with. Okay, but the Queen of Wands is also an energy of needing to do that ego shadow work. There needs to be this ego death, and that may be what's taking place here. Let's see what's going on between you guys with this connection. So what's being brought to the surface here during this Mercury retrograde in Libra? The Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It feels very likely that there is some sort of karmic third party, and it feels like it's around the Divine Masculine. But this is also an energy of somebody who didn't trust their intuition, that didn't nurture the connection. He may also be really in fear that his Divine Feminine has shut off her feelings and her emotions, because this is somebody who's been hurt in love. And so she may have experienced some bitterness or some anger or resentment towards the Divine Masculine for choosing a new direction or another direction. He's feeling that. I feel like that Queen of Wands, he's feeling it like maybe like a burn, or like it kind of feels like a burning sensation, or like a sharp pain in the heart chakra, or a sense of anxiety, or a need to sort of rush towards the Divine Feminine, because it's almost like he's going through this bit of an awakening, and it's this spontaneous energy. 9 of Pentacles. So what needs to be released? So I feel like the Divine Masculine is realizing he didn't trust his intuition, and he may have made some choices that pulled him out of alignment with the Divine Feminine. And it's really important. He may have been ignoring doing some shadow work. And with the 9 of Pentacles, it's about really digging deep, doing sort of checking for energetic blocks, checking to see what is not in alignment with you any longer at this point in time, making healthy choices for you, because I feel like the Divine Masculine is with somebody that he's not truly in love with, or somebody that doesn't truly make him happy, or may bring him a lot of drama. Like, it's just not a really healthy situation, but that's probably because his heart isn't in that connection. It's also important that the Divine Feminine makes the healthiest and best choices for herself, and that may be walking away from this connection currently. All right, we see the Fool card, Aries energy. So what lessons need to be learned? Aries is about trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting that you're taking a journey into the unknown. I do feel the Divine Feminine with a very heavy heart may be walking away, or maybe already has walked away from the masculine, because it feels like decisions and choices that he's made have pulled him out of alignment or frequency. And so the Divine Feminine is learning to trust the journey and trust her path. I do feel that there is going to be some sort of reconnect during this Mercury retrograde. But it also sort of depends on whether or not the masculine is willing to take that deep dive, do that shadow work, if he's experienced the death of the ego yet or not. Yeah, because there's a very painful ending. But this painful ending is absolutely necessary. So I kind of feel like, you know, we see the Wheel of Fortune. There is some sort of, Spirit has come in to call judgment or intervene on this beautiful connection. I feel many of you guys, you've already met your divine counterpart. Everything was great. And then boom, something happened, something shifted, something changed. What I'm seeing in the cards is the divine masculine may have chosen some sort of karmic third party, and that's that wheel energy. Like what I'm seeing is we have strong Gemini, we have strong Taurus, Libra, strong Sag, Virgo, Gemini energy. But there's some sort of karmic third party that has come in between this connection. What this Mercury retrograde is sort of bringing you guys, what the lessons that are being learned is to trust the process. There has been a difficult ending, but it needed to happen this way. The Fool is to trust the journey that you're on. There is some sort of new beginning. I feel like for many of you guys, there will be reconciliation. It may not be during this Mercury retrograde, but it's going to be a result of what happens during this Mercury retrograde. So it may be, you know, we're coming into also like a new moon in Libra. So it may be by the time you have that full moon in Libra, March or April, where you guys are coming back together. So about 6 months' time. It's also very important with this full moon in Aries that's coming up that you really purge and release what you need to let go of, whether you're masculine or feminine in this situation. Karma, doing what's best for you, making healthier choices, getting into alignment. Because there's something here that feels really unfair, but it's needed to sort of happen this way because the shadow work needed to be done. What's coming to the surface couldn't be ignored any longer. There's also a lack of trust within this connection at this point in time. But the masculine is awakening to whom his feminine is and the work that he needs to do in order to maybe get off of this karmic cycle. It feels very, I know I'm repeating myself, but it feels like the masculine needs to release a karmic connection. I think he's starting to see that. So we see Greco-Roman, so this could be, but more than anything, I feel like there's an enlightenment for the feminine about her own stability, about the work, the effort that she's put into building her foundations, what's necessary to sort of build a legacy here. And again, she may be walking away from a situation where there are a lot of cracks in the foundation, where she wasn't being honored by the divine masculine. There is a silver lining though, and I'm seeing that here with the Nine of Pentacles, with the divine feminine stepping into her power, because I do feel that this is ultimately going to bring you guys back into union, but the divine feminine's not putting her life on hold. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, the divine masculine is starting to feel, see, and sense what it is that he's lost. There's an energy of lack. That may also be why the divine masculine, either he wanted to keep his options open or he chose somebody that was more comfortable. Maybe somebody who was very in love with him, but that he wasn't in love with, because he was worried that he could lose this divine feminine. But he's starting to, there's this Five of Pentacles energy, this energy of lack that's surrounding the divine masculine. He realizes something's missing, or what he's lost, or what he stands to lose. And then we get Asia. So some of you guys could be in Asia. For others of you could have had past lives. I'm also saying they're showing me Angkor Wat. Like, I don't know if that's the image on this card or not, but Angkor Wat is like filled with like, you know, it's jungly, it's overrun. Like you have to really work hard to get and to see the beauty that's beneath the, you know, beneath the canopy of the jungle. So I'm seeing here that it's like there's something really beautiful here that's being uncovered, but it may take time to sort of to get to it, you know, to weed, to pull away, you know, pull away what has grown around it, what might be obscuring it. And I feel like the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Divine Masculine is starting to see past illusion or see through facades, to really see and recognize his Divine Feminine and her worth or who she truly is. Yeah, because I definitely feel this connection was pulled off course because of a refusal to sort of take a look at and to lean into some of the shadows, what was being triggered here. And definitely it feels like there's third-party, karmic third-party energy around the Divine Masculine. Open your arms to the oblivion. So we see that with the Fool energy. The Divine Feminine is on a journey, on a very solo journey, taking a risk, trusting what the universe is going to bring her. And she may be walking away from the Divine Masculine with a very heavy heart. He's feeling that. This cord is being activated because of that. Yeah, the Divine Masculine. This has been coming out a lot, this card. Cultivating love. Realizing what he needs to do. Cultivate that self-love. Make healthy decisions for himself and the people that he's involved with. I feel like there's something that is slightly unhealthy around the Divine Masculine. Not necessarily that the karmic third party is an unhealthy or bad person, but they're not in it for the right reasons. And then we get you belong to paradise. Yeah, because you two belong together. And I feel like the masculine is awakening to this. But I also feel that the Divine Feminine is on an inward journey. She may actually even be traveling, like taking a trip, like backpacking or going to certain sacred sites or just really trusting her intuition where she's being called because she's going to receive certain activations. Because I do love this energy of, you know, finding stability in paradise within, despite what has happened in this connection. The Divine Feminine is stepping up in a very big way, nurturing and loving herself. So we see swathe, embrace, and self-care, she who enfolds. So this is the Divine Feminine. Whatever has happened, as heartbreaking as it may have been, the Divine Feminine is like on this soul-searching journey. She's embracing herself, embracing that she deserves love and affection. She's really taking good care of herself. And for now, it may be that she needs to turn away from this masculine to honor and respect and hold herself in high regard. Because there was something here that wasn't in alignment, or he wasn't quite ready, or he wasn't invested in this connection with her. Wow, this came out for Capricorn as well, for the Divine Masculine, she who brings light. But there's illumination coming to the masculine. He's recognizing either who his Divine Feminine is, or what she means to him, or what it is he needs to do. And that's some shadow work. There's some ego death that's taking place or needs to. She who nurtures, empathy, gentleness, and insight. So that's beautiful. Trusting your intuition. There's definitely a third eye chakra activation for my Leo twin flames out there with this Mercury retrograde in Libra. I also feel that although the Divine Feminine may have experienced a little bit of bitterness or anger or even victim, like an energy of victim, feeling victimized because of what happened or transpired between you two, I also feel that she's gotten to this place of balance and self-love where she's still holding space for the masculine. She's understanding, looking at what's happened through the eyes of empathy. She's still nurturing, warm, and caring and loving. The Divine Masculine is feeling that, seeing and sensing that despite that anything that's happened between you guys that's pulled you off course or out of alignment, that the Divine Feminine, her energy, her love hasn't shifted or changed. And he may not understand what that's like. He may not have received a love like this before, even from, you know, his own mother, his own siblings, or any other relationship. Because what the Divine Feminine brings to the Divine Masculine here is that gentleness, that nurturing. And he's learning to cultivate that within himself. He's starting to see that there's a very soft, gentle energy around the masculine here. I like that. Final messages, new love. So we see beginning. So the Divine Feminine may also be finding new love. It could be a soulmate energy. I feel like the Divine Feminine's not closing down her options. All right, and next level love, yeah. But this is like a beautiful energy. I'm dreaming you into reality. I told you there's something powerful happening in the dream space between you guys as well. But I also feel that the Divine Feminine may be finding new love on her adventure and on her journey. But I also feel like the Divine Masculine is really recognizing that the love he has with the Divine Feminine is a next level love. It's very different from any sort of karmic situation he has experienced or any sort of situation he may be in currently. I also feel that the Divine Feminine recognizes that when the time is right, there can be this new beginning, okay, between the two. All right, so Leos, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care.